and Sophia Lee performed.
What's this baseball on Saturday night and violins?
And now, once again, thank you very much, Shelley Chung and Sophia Lee, in wrapping up our pregame tonight, getting us started as our Pastor Tyrell play ball kid. Maddie, who do we have with us on the field tonight?
Tonight, who's also the field there. Dylan, what do you want to start us off with?
Thank you, Dylan.
On a toasty 91-degree day in Lincoln, California, you're listening to Blues Baseball on the Blues Streaming Network. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Zach Ibrahim, bringing you the 1-0 Blues against the 9-5 Lincoln Potters. Yesterday was a beatdown. The Blues came out and swung for the fences, defeating the Potters 15-5. The Blues compiled 20 hits last night. 12 different players had hits, 6 with multiple. Many men starred, 2 home runs were hit, and as we mentioned, 15 runs scored. The bullpen, rock solid. Matt Sox, who started the game, gave them 3 strong innings with 6 strikeouts, only allowing 2 men to reach. The Potters will look to bounce back today, sending out their ace in strikeouts. All those strikeouts coming in non-conference competition. Today he'll have to face the Blues, their opponents from the CCL. Here's how the Blues will line up today. Ryan Fenn leading off and playing second base. Austin Schell, who caught yesterday, will DH and bat in the 2-hole. Ryan Cermak, same place he was yesterday, center field and batting third. TJ Clarkson, who homered yesterday, will play first base. Mason Grotto manning the hot corner at third. AJ Esperanza catching today. He also went deep in the first inning. Thomas Trinka playing left field. Costello playing right field. And Connor Costeca playing shortstop. They'll send the lefty, Austin Teixeira, to the mound. Coach Miller telling me before this series started what he wants out of his starter. 3 solid innings. If he can go more, and he feels that he can, if the pitch count is low, he'll send him out there for more. But with all these guys still getting acclimated, still meeting each other, in just the second game of the season for the Blues, he wants everyone to get reps and get reps early. That happened yesterday with the Blues taking an early lead and then holding on to it. At one point leading 12-0. Some men getting in out of the bullpen, getting some good work. A lot of pinch hitters were used, but the lineup produced. There's no question about it. Blues will look to do the same here today, send their offense out there, but Teixeira will be on the mound. But the Potters responding by sending Turnage out there. Turnage, the hard-throwing right-hander, 1-1 on the season, a 1.0 ERA in 9 innings pitched so far. And we mentioned the strikeout numbers. In 9 innings, he has 15 strikeouts. Again, all coming in non-conference competition. This the Potters' 5th game playing against a team in the CCL. The Blues beat them by 10 yesterday. And now we're just about ready for first pitch as Ryan Fenn leads it off, batting from the right side for the Blues. And we could not be happier to have you along with us for the ride.
Here's Turnage.
Turnage comes set and delivers to the plate. Outside, ball one, and we're underway in Lincoln. The Blues came alive early yesterday. We mentioned AJ Esperanza, homered in the top of the first on the fourth pitch he saw in the at-bat. And only the eighth pitch any Blues player saw so far this season. Now in the second game, Fenn takes outside, counts 2-0. The 2-0 from Turnage. That one's high and outside, and it's 3-0 to start for Fenn. High again, and a 4-pitch walk to start things out here. Ryan Fenn will take first base. 4 pitches, 4 balls. Fenn, who went 2 for 4 yesterday with an RBI, 2 RBIs, on a double. Out of Cuesta College, has played for head coach Bob Miller. Of course, head coach Bob Miller, 19 seasons at Cuesta College, very familiar with the area. And has a couple guys who either play for him currently or have in the past. Batting second now is Austin Shell, and Austin had a great day yesterday behind the plate, staying in the whole time, helping his pitchers get through signs, and also bringing in some runs as he takes strike one on the outside corner.
There we go. Let them hear about our fans. Where are those cowbells at?
Shell out of Cal State Fullerton. Went 2 for 3 yesterday. A couple walks, an RBI. Throw over to first to check on Fenn. The Blues scored in 7 of 9 innings yesterday. And if you were with us, you may have heard, got in an hour before first pitch. No batting practice. Different story here today as Fenn takes off for second base. The throw in is late. He will be safe, and it's a stolen base for Ryan Fenn. And already a runner in scoring position for the Blues. So Shell will gladly take the ball that was high. It was a good pitch to throw out of from behind the plate. That's Ken Jimenez doing the catching today for the Potters. Threw a dart into second base. It was too high. Fenn able to easily steal and now has a solid lead out on second base. Turnage looks, comes set. The 1-1 swung on and missed by Shell. And the count now 1-2. Still no outs in the top of the first, no score. The 1-2 from Turnage as he lets his right arm hang, takes a look back at second, delivers to the plate. Pitch that had a lot of movement on it, just a bit too much. Gets outside, and the count's now 2-2. The fans here in Lincoln still encouraged to use their cowbells. They didn't do much yesterday, losing to the tune of 15-5. Blues trying to get out to a good start here as this one's hit up the middle into center field. We'll see if they send Fenn. They do not. It's a base hit for Shell. Runners are at the corners, first and third. Nobody out. And Ryan Cermak is going to step to the plate. So the beat goes on for the Blues as if we continued and are playing a 10th inning of the game from yesterday. We are in game 2, and they're off to a hot start yet again. A walk by Fenn led things off. He stole second base. Shell singles into center field. And while the runners are at the corners, still nobody out. Turnage yet to record an out. Turnage also yet to start a batter off with a strike. 1-0. Head coach for the Potters, Ryan Stevens, in his 4th year, told us beforehand they just got a hit. This one's popped up into left, battling the sun, and the shortstop has it. That's Jack Grant, who was able to make the play, battling the sun for the first out on the pop-out. Runners remain at first and third as Cermak pops out to short.
Number 16, first baseman, TJ Clarkson.
And now it's TJ Clarkson playing first base today and batting in the cleanup spot. He homered yesterday of the 2-run variety. Throw over to first. We saw that a lot yesterday as well. Just checking on Shell over there. 1 out, top of the first, no score. Easton Turnage versus TJ Clarkson in this at-bat. Righty on lefty. Turnage comes to the plate. That one's in there for a strike. Count 0-1. The Blues didn't score one way yesterday. They did it with multiple extra base hits, and then it seemed like everyone in the lineup, even the pinch hitters, were able to steal or at least read on a walk. The Potters also had some miscues on throws in the infield that allowed the Blues to score on an infield fly rule pop-up. Blues got a run there unconventionally yesterday. Second straight throw over to first to check on Shell. And TJ still awaiting that pitch from Turnage as he takes a look over at first and delivers. Breaking ball, just a bit high. Counts now 2-1. Saw that too yesterday. The Blues getting ahead in the count, waiting on their pitches, and whether it was soft contact or hard, they were able to hit it to where the Potters weren't. That one's low, and it's now 3-1. Crowd still filing in here in Lincoln. The Blues scored yesterday. AJ Esperanza homered in the top of the first before anyone had taken their seat. The 3-1 swung on and missed by Clarkson. Fastball has the count full now, 3-2. Still just 1 out. Runners at the corners. No score here in Lincoln. Again, temperatures at first pitch, 91 degrees. Full count. Shell takes off for base. All for naught as Clarkson is nailed on the full count pitch. Bases will be loaded for the Blues. And up to bat now is the third baseman, Mason Grotto. Grotto, the senior out of Fresno State, hometown of Clovis, had a terrific 2021, batted .314, takes outside ball 1. And with the bases loaded, Grotto with a chance to do some early damage here to Easton Turnage and the Potters. Only 1 out in the top of the first. Turnage looks in. Breaking ball in there for a strike, count even now at 1-1. That one's outside, and the count now 2-1. Grotto ahead on Turnage. Bases loaded here in historic McBean Stadium in Lincoln. 2-1 from Turnage. That one swung on and missed by Grotto. On deck is AJ Esperanza, the man who homered yesterday. Grotto also played at Cuesta College under head coach Bob Miller. 2 seasons in 18 and 19. The 2-2 from Turnage, swung on and missed. Or excuse me, they'll say it was foul tipped into the glove. My mistake. Still alive and still only 1 out in the top of the first with the bases loaded. Grotto earned all second team in conference. Honors as a freshman. Turnage, the 2-2. Grotto hits this one high and deep out to left center. This one's carrying, going back to off the wall. It bounces off the wall. Looked like it may leave, but instead there's no play. Ball rolling into left center. The throw in. But it'll be all for naught. 3-run score on a bases clearing. Let's see. How are they ruling this? That ball did not leave the park. It bounced into the outfield, but we're waiting the call here. They're going to say that's a home run. They're going to say that hit the landing on the outfield. They're going to rule this a grand slam home run. And Ryan Stevens is out there for the explanation with the umpire.
Okay, all right.
And he's out there to argue that there is nothing behind there to make the ball bounce back in.
Right, yeah.
And so it looks like he is getting.
We're awaiting the call here, but no Blues are on the bases anymore. As far as we know, Mason Grotto, if the call stands, just hit a grand slam home run. Mass confusion here, but awaiting an explanation. The infield is in to listen to head coach Ryan Stevens try and plead his case.
Because the ball did stay in play.
The ball did stay in play, but the ruling is originally that it bounced off of the yellow lining on the outfield wall, which can be ruled a home run. And now a meeting of the minds, 3 umpires meeting to discuss the call. I can't imagine they'll call this back.
Well, in most situations, like you just said, but in almost all fields I've ever been to, you can hit the yellow. If the ball goes on go over the fence, then it's still in play. So that ball would have been in play. A triple would have been awarded.
No runs have been awarded on the scoreboard as we're still awaiting the official ruling.
I just don't see what there is to discuss, unless they don't know where the ball hit and they're trying to ask each other to see.
Absolutely. But as you can clearly see looking out there, and hopefully people don't see them on the picture, there are
Already long for the first taking place. There's still only one out, regardless of this call. The only thing that can change is whether or not they put a 4 up there or a 3. As Grotto did clear the bases, we thought that ball stayed in play. Umpires said no, it hit the yellow lining and that it is a home run. So Grotto came around to score. He paused at third, thinking he had just hit a bases clearing triple. And then the umpire signaled home run, and he came around to score. Now head coach Bob Miller's out there to get the explanation.
When they move, that generally means they're going to reverse this call, put the runner back on third. 3 runs have scored, 1 out, still.
Yeah.
And he ended up in third. He stopped at third.
There was one on the second. Yeah.
All right, they've made a call now.
Umpire crew has reversed that ruling.
And the call has been reversed. Mass confusion here at McBean Stadium. We'll get this all sorted out for you. Runs have scored, that's what we know. They're going to call this a ground rule double. So Mason Grotto, instead of clearing the bases with a triple or hitting a grand slam, as we originally thought the umpires had called, will head back into second. And TJ Clarkson is at third base. 2 runs score off of a ground rule double, 2 RBI for Mason Grotto. We're back to play now. The Blues officially lead 2-0. We've sorted this out for you. Turnage comes set and delivers a ball to AJ Esperanza, who's doing the catching today. Again, Mason Grotto at second, just hit a 2 RBI, ground rule double, and TJ Clarkson 90 feet away, scoring third base. Turnage deals to Esperanza. Did he do it again? Going back, can't make the play. And this one bounces on the warning track. Esperanza just hit a stand-up 2 RBI double, and the Blues indeed get those 2 more runs. It's 4-0 San Luis Obispo. Already 4 RBIs in this one. Mason Grotto responsible for 2 on a ground rule double. And AJ Esperanza, who hit this one to the warning track, thought it might be a warm day, but it stays in, bounced off the wall. He finds himself safe at second base. He just had his second 2 RBI double. And now it's Thomas Trinka up to bat as he takes strike 1. Still only 1 out in this top of the first. It's Turnage. Fastball outside. Gets ahead now 0-2. The first time we've seen that count on a Blues hitter. Cannot be understated how impressive this offense has looked early. 0-2 from Turnage. This one swung on and hit foul up the right side. 4-0 Blues. Only one out in the top of the first. Easton Turnage, who was tasked with cooling down this offense, who scored 15 runs in their season opener. The Blues are trying to top that here today, leading 4-0. Turnage, 0-2, way outside, ball one. After 20 hits last night, the Blues go walk, stolen base, single, pop out, hit by a pitch, ground rule 2 RBI double, stand up 2 RBI double. And here's Thomas Trinka, who swings and misses for the second out. So after the strikeout of Trinka, Nick Costello will step up now with Esperanza at second base. Turnage, who just got that precious second out, is going to try and get out of this inning with a breaking ball in there for strike one, only surrendering 4 runs. Costello, breaking ball way high, count even at 1-1. 2 outs, top of the first, 4-0 Blues, 1-1 count to Costello. Turnage. Esperanza second, deals to the plate. The right-hander deals one inside. Costello hits this one softly up to center. Play is made there by Brando, and that is the end of the top of the first. What a half inning it was for the Blues. They score 4 on a ground rule 2 RBI double by Mason Grotto. Esperanza gladly trades places with him and doubles himself to score 2 more runs. It's 4-0 Blues after the top of the first. We'll be right back with you. Take a short break here and be with you for the Potters Bats and Austin Teixeira on the mound in the bottom of the first. Thanks for listening to the Blues Streaming Network. Back with you in Lincoln for now, the bottom of the first. Austin Teixeira, the left-hander out of the University of Hawaii, Manoa, St. Louis High School. But Teixeira, his first start of the season, and he's already got a 4-0 lead before he even throws his first pitch. He'll be pitching to the leadoff man, same as last night. It's Matt Volker, the right fielder for Lincoln. What half inning it was. If you're just joining us, mass confusion off a call the umpires eventually reversed. Teixeira delivers in there, strike one. It's lefty on lefty now as Volker bats from the left side of the plate, but the umpires eventually sorting things out. It would have resulted in runs for the Blues either way. And after their half of the first, they already lead 4-0. Teixeira delivers a ball, count now 1-1 to Volker. Teixeira in his 2021 campaign went 3-2, just 11 innings pitched in there for strike 2. 9 starts, ERA slightly over 4, in 44 1/3 innings pitched. Teixeira deals inside. Volker hits this one out to right center, but the play is made for the first out as Costello came on to make the catch. So a quick first out for Teixeira, and up will step Jason Brandow, who's doing the center fielding today, manning center field.
Center fielder, number 20, Jason Brando.
So after Volker flies out to right field, it'll be Brando to step in and face Teixeira, now batting from the right side of the plate. Breaking ball got him to swing through that one, and it's 0-1. Oh, 1 is in there. Fastball painted on the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Brando stands in and is already in an uncomfortable position against Teixeira. The 0-2. Breaking ball in there. Strike 3, got him. That's the second out now at the bottom of the first, and Teixeira has gone fly out and a strikeout looking on 3 pitches.
Our DH tonight, Evan Hafley, brought to you by Designated Hitter of Rockland.
Here comes Evan Hafley doing the DHing tonight. Teixeira deals to Hafley. That went outside, ball 1. So far, the roles for these teams remain the same. Blues continue to hit like it's nobody's business, and their pitchers, I don't mean to speak too soon as this one's grounded softly onto short. Costeca has it, on to Clarkson, and that's the first. It'll be 4-0 Blues heading into the top of the second. Those bats are already up again. Austin Teixeira sets them down 1, 2, 3. Through 1 inning, it's already an extension of what we saw last night. The Blues already leading 4-0, and their bats will be back up in the top of the second. Going to take a short break, and I'll be right back with you on the Blues Streaming Network.
Don't forget about our dirt bag. Dirt bag? LSU. Oh, wait, no, I just said that. Yeah. I see where you're going. You're talking about wrong. Okay, you're crazy. Yes, I am. Top of the second.
4-0 Blues as they bat in the top of the second, and it'll be the only man who did not bat in the top of the first. In the 9-hole today, it's number 9, Connor Costeca, the senior out of Biola University. Bats left, throws right, out of Temecula, California. Sees the first pitch from Turnage and decides to take a hack at it, fouls it off. 0-1.
For you for the rest of the inning.
Well, the team looks like they took batting practice today, but they've been comfortable in the batter's box. Through that first game, breaking ball, swung on and missed by Kosteka. Turnage ahead 0-2, only the second time he's gotten to that count on a Blues hitter. Blues were able to load the bases and score 4. We'll see how this top of the second goes. Turnage. Breaking ball hit up center field, and that'll be a base hit. Kosteka continues the trend as he finds himself safe on first base with a single, and back to the top of the lineup in Ryan Fenn. Well, Ryan Fenn, he walked in the top of the first and stole the base. But he's right back up in the second inning. Another thing we saw from the Blues yesterday was a lot of men batting in consecutive innings. Not a lot of time in that dugout, especially after Teixeira goes 1-2-3 against Lincoln. Breaking ball in there, 0-1 on Fenn. Even after Turnage gets ahead 0-2 on Kosteka, he still singles. That's the 4th hit of the day for the Blues so far. Only time there was not contact made in the at-bat was by Thomas Strinka, who did have a lengthy at-bat, eventually struck out swinging. But other than that, Kosteka takes off for second. This one's grounded to short. Play is made. Throw on to first. They'll say in time. But in the process, Kosteka with some heads-up base running, as the third baseman actually had to come over to the shortstop position to make the play and throw on to first for the out. So Fenn grounds out, but in the process, Kosteka finds himself at third. Back in the Kosteka single today, 1-0 as he saw the first ball from Turnage. Turnage gets the sign from Jimenez, comes set and delivers to the plate. The 1-0, fastball outside, count now 2-0. Shell now in 4 scored at-bats is 3 for 4 on the season as the batting average continues to rise. Turnage, the 2-0. That one swung on and hit foul over the Potters' dugout. Looking at the numbers this morning for both teams, you would see a number of Blues players in the top spot in terms of batting average, RBIs, total hits in the league after just one game. Mind you, this is only their second game of the season. Turnage, the 2-1, breaking ball in there for strike 2. But what was interesting is that prior to game 1, if you looked at the Potters' offense, they had been scorching as well. The caveat, their numbers coming in non-conference play. The Blues, of course, playing their CCL opponents now from the North Division. 2-2 from Turnage is skied into right field. Under it is Volker. We'll have to battle the sun momentarily, but makes the catch. We'll see if Kosteka can score from third. He will. It'll go down as a sacrifice fly and an RBI as it's 5-0 Blues. So Shell flies out to right, gets himself an RBI. That's his second RBI on the season up to this point. Here's Ryan Cermak. He flew out. He popped up to short in his first at-bat. Fouls that one off. It's 0-1. Base is empty. We've rarely seen that this season, but Cermak with a chance to hack away with 2 outs and an 0-1 count. And the talented center fielder sees the 0-1, takes it outside as the count is even now at 1-1. Talking to Coach Bob Miller about players to really look at and highlight this season, he said Ryan Cermak, well, he's got a lot of potential. 5-tool player, speed, power, fielding ability. He said he's got it all, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to coach him this year. We've seen it so far, a real presence in the batter's box from the right side. Turnage, the 2-1. Breaking ball way inside and high. Count now 3-1. Three-one count, 2 outs, top of the first. Second, excuse me. Cermak takes a 4-pitch walk, 5-pitch walk. Second walk of the day for the Blues. And in steps TJ Clarkson. Homered yesterday, playing first base today, was hit by a pitch in a full count situation. He actually loaded the bases, and then it was Grotto and Esperanza who would follow and do the damage. Mini conference on the mound as Jimenez and Turnage trying to get on the same page. Cermak walks and takes first base, and here comes TJ Clarkson. Turnage takes a look over at first. He's thrown over there twice just to check on runners and keep them honest. He'll deal to the plate here. Breaking ball in there, strike one. Well, he's been able, in this half inning, at least in the top of the second, with the Blues leading 5-0, he's been able to get ahead of his men, throwing first pitch strikes with the breaking ball and fastball. Strike will take off for second base. Throw is in there, but late on base, the second of the day for the Blues. In the exact same fashion, Ryan Fenn did it in the top of the first. He was walked and stole second. Ryan Cermak copies him gladly and now has himself in scoring position with TJ Clarkson in a 1-1 count with 2 outs in the top of the second. Turnage delivers the 1-1. Fastball was in there. Clarkson hit it to the left side. Lost in the sun by Hall, but it drifted foul. Count now 1-2.
Rental equipment and service needs. Give Farmwest Rental a call. 645-2929 for all your equipment and rental needs.
2-2 on Clarkson.
Turnage, we saw it yesterday from the Potters starter, already battling a high pitch count. The 1-2. Breaking ball was low. Check swing by Clarkson. The count now even at 2-2. And the Potters faithful try and induce a strikeout. It's 2-2, 2 outs, runner on second. Deuce is wild. Turnage delivers. This one's hit up to center field. This one's got some carry on it. Going back is Brando, running out of room, and it's off the center field wall. This will score a run, and Clarkson will be in safely to second with a stand-up double and an RBI. Him and Cermak trade places, and it's 6-0 Blues. Third RBI on the season for TJ Clarkson, and the beat goes on for San Luis Obispo. Clarkson now 1 of 1, hit by a pitch, got on base the hard way. Now doubles and scores Cermak. And here comes Mason Grotto, the man who had the controversial 2 RBI ground rule double with the bases loaded. He takes a ball on the first pitch from Turnage. Now the 1-0 from Turnage. That one's high, but called a strike, now 1-1. Grotto, a 3-time letter winner in high school. Son of David and Deborah. Breaking ball high. Has a younger brother, Kyle. Mass communications major at Fresno State. Says he chose Fresno State because he always wanted to be a Bulldog. 2-1. Hit up just beyond the reach of Stahl at second base. It's a base hit and another RBI. Grotto has himself his 3rd RBI on the day. His second hit, that of the more conventional variety. No controversy there. He's safe at first with an RBI single. And AJ Esperanza now will step up to bat. We're still in the top of the second. It's now 7-0 Blues. And there's a conference in the mound. Conference on the mound between Turnage and Potter's pitching coach. Doesn't look like they'll call to the bullpen, but we'll have to see. They've been stuck on 2 outs in this inning forever, and the Blues have been able to continue to rally and string hits.
We do have Old Town Pizza here at our concessions areas. Head down and grab yourself a slice. It's as good as gold. And I just found out we have a special on our micheladas tonight. $10, and they are down at our Oliver's Brewhouse Beer Garden.
This, of course, a Potter's home game. They do themes and specials throughout the season. Tonight, Hispanic Heritage Night. Here's AJ Esperanza. He'll bat with Grotto on first, 2 outs, top of the second, 7-0 Blues. He drove in 2 with a double in his last at-bat, which of course took place in the last inning. Turnage will check on Grotto at first. Gets the sign from Jimenez. Looks in and deals. Breaking ball on the outside corner. Called for a strike. He's ahead 0-1. Looks over at first. Comes set. And Turnage delivers. Out of the stretch. Fastball inside part of the plate. It's 0-2 now as he tries to put away Esperanza. Esperanza, who went oppo with his home run the other night, hit it deep to left field, chokes up on the bat now in a 2-strike approach. Breaking ball bounced to the plate, counts now 1-2. But his home run continued to carry. Not only fooled me, but fooled everyone in the stands when it eventually sailed over the fences and to everyone in the Blues dugout and of course myself. The ball was good. Ron was rounding third base and heading home. Before we knew it, this pitch is swung on and fouled back. He swung through it. It's a strikeout if he's thrown out at first. He is not. It'll go down as a strikeout and a pitch. So everything going the Blues' way now as Esperanza strikes out but finds himself safe at first base. Thomas Trinka, who struck out in his first at-bat in the top of the first, a chance to bat now with men on first and second. Still 2 outs in the top of the second. Turnage. Fastball in the outside corner called. Count now 0-1. Turnage. Breaking ball. This one's hit softly out to right center. It's got some carry on it. Going back and making the play is Volker, who came on, battled the sun, and gets the third out. So after the Potters get the first 2 in the top of the second, Fenn grounded out. Shell flew out. It was a sacrifice fly. Cermak walked. Clarkson RBI doubled. Grotto RBI singled. Esperanza struck out and found himself safe at first base. Trinka flies out to right to end the top of the second, and another long inning it was. The Blues tack on 3 more and are already about halfway to what they had yesterday. They scored 15 yesterday. They've scored 7 today. And Austin Teixeira, who set them down 1-2-3, will be back out there in the bottom of the second to face 4, 5, and 6 of the Potters. I'm going to take a short break. I'll be right back with you on the Blues Streaming Network.
And the kids were fast too. Man, Piper, keep going. Hold on, Piper's taking a break. There we go. Ooh, yeah, good job, Piper. Once again, the winner receiving a gift card courtesy of Old Town Pizza, where your pizza is SLO. In fact, make sure to head down to the Potters concession stand right now. It's located on the third base entrance, where you can score some of your favorite ballpark drinks, including cotton candy, frozen wine, refreshing drinks, Cracker Jacks, wine, fresh fruit, and of course, delicious slices of Old Town Pizza.
One guy not noticing.
Potter fans, you want to be right back here tomorrow tomorrow afternoon. We have a day game tomorrow as your Potters face the Blues one more time in this series. It is Sunday Fun Day with $3 Hanger 24 American Light Loggers all game long. Gates open at 12 o'clock. First pitch scheduled for 1:05. Don't miss this one.
Bottom of the second now, 7-0 Blues. They'll send Trace Wilhoit, who's batting cleanup today and manning first base, to the plate to face Austin Teixeira, who went fly out, strike out, and ground out in his first inning of work. Teixeira looks in and deals lefty on righty here in this at-bat as Wilhoit swings and misses through the first pitch. It's 0-1.
You're trying to get something started as long as you're falling behind again. This time 7-0.
Swung and missed again. It's an ankle pitch. 0-2. Swings and misses. He sets him down. Second strikeout for Austin Teixeira.
Now batting for your Waters, Oklahoma Baptist, number 9, Trey Furry.
Here's Trey Furry now, manning the hot corner for the Potters today. Teixeira delivers a ball low, count 1-0. This one's fouled off, count now even. Trey Furry out of Folsom, California. Coming into yesterday's game, only had one hit in conference play. He's got 7 base on balls and 6 strikeouts. Fouls a second straight one off. That was a breaking ball. Count now 1-2. No outs, or 1 out, excuse me. Bottom of the second, 7-0 Blues. 1-2. Teixeira, breaking ball, loops in there, but it's fouled off as Furry is able to stay alive.
Remember to give Fraser a call anytime you are thinking about moving or somebody else is for them to phrase.
Teixeira down on one knee to retie a cleat. He's Furry 1-2 hole. Pitch count low for Austin as he's making quick work of the Lincoln bats. The 1-2, that one's a bit high and outside. Count even now at 2-2. AJ Esperanza, of course, doing the catching today. Getting on the same page with Austin. Count now full at 3-2 as fastball outside. And the first full count Teixeira has faced today. Payoff pitch from the lefty. Swung on and fouled. So Furry will stay alive. Winters as if he fouled it off himself.
All right, let's hear it, Potter fans. Come on, Potter up.
3-2 full count. 1 out here in the bottom of the second, 7-0 Blues. Here's Teixeira. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball. Hit up the left side and fair. Oh, foul, excuse me. Mass confusion again. To my eye, looked like it was inside the third base line. We'll say it was fouled off. Count is still full. Furry still up there. And still only 1 out. If you were with us in the later innings last night, no one was a fan of the umpires in the crowd. Breaking ball, low and inside. Furry will take a walk, and the first base runner of the day for the Potters. But later in that one, the Blues were getting some calls on the outside corner that the fans were not pleased with. And the umpiring today has initially ruled a grand slam back in the top of the first, called it back, called that one foul. Looked to be fair. But here we are with Furry taking first base on a walk and Ken Jimenez doing the catching today up to bat for the Potters, who swings and hits this one to short. It's swallowed up. No double play, but Koseka made a heck of a play to not let it go into the outfield. Tossed on to Fenn, recorded an out, and there will still be a runner on first base. It's now just Ken Jimenez. Furry tossed out at second. He was the second out. Now just 1 runner on. And Quentin Hall, the left fielder, up to bat now. Hall, an interesting statistical season so far. Batting average, solid. Home run numbers, 2, all coming in the first game of the season. None since. No extra base hits since June 3rd. Still no hits in conference play. Teixeira, the 1-0. That one's low and outside. 2-0 to Hall. Jimenez has on for base via the field choice. 2-0 for Teixeira. Fouled back. 2-1 count now. Hall out of Lenexa, Kansas. Teixeira eyes in, gets the sign from Esperanza, takes a look over at first, and delivers the 2-1. Breaking ball, nips the outside corner, and the count's even at 2-2. And the crowd groans as they expected the count to be now 3-1. Instead, it's even at 2-2, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Teixeira delivers. Breaking ball inside, but a ball. Count now full at 3-2. Second, full count he's faced in this half inning. Last one led to a walk. Payoff pitch to Hall. Runner takes off for second base, and that one's fouled back as Quinton took a hack.
And that foul ball brought to you by Astro Air Design. Astro Air Design, where you feel the difference.
7-0 Blues. Potter's trying to scratch here. Teixeira takes a deep breath. Payoff pitch. Runner takes off for second. It's a ball as the fastball was high. So the second walk of the inning for the Potters. Quinton Hall now finds himself there. There will be runners on first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. And Drew Stahl at the University of Minnesota will have a chance to do some damage. Stahl originally from Phoenix, Arizona, but goes to school in the great city of Minneapolis. 2 outs, 2 men on, bottom of the second. Deuces wild again. Teixeira deals, breaking ball in there, strike 1. And that outside corner, it's still getting called. 0-1 the count. Teixeira looks back at second now, deals, fouled back, 0-2. Teixeira's had all his pitches working, off speed, and the fastball. Potter's best chance to score so far, but Stahl has himself in an 0-2 hole. Teixeira looks at second, deals to the plate, breaking ball, gets him to foul that one into the glove. Looked like he didn't make any contact. Instead, he did. Fouled it into the glove. And it's still 0-2. So we'll do it all over again. Teixeira gets the sign from Esperanza. The 0-2. Fastball high and popped up to the right side of the field. If you're wondering what the distance is here, foul pole to foul pole, right and left field go 314 feet deep. Center, it says 380 with some extra padding, about 385 to dead center. Teixeira delivers the 0-2 to Stahl. Breaking ball, got him to swing and miss through that one. It'll go down as a strikeout. The third for Teixeira. Sets him down and limits the damage. Still 7-0 Blues through 2. Stahl strikes out swinging. Potter's able to get 2 men on, both off without a hit in this one. Teixeira continues to coast. Blues bats will be up in the top of the third, leading this one 7-0. I'm going to take a short break, and I'll be right back with you on the Blues Streaming Network.
All right, so she's gonna get 3 swings, and of course, the best prize is the one that she gets. Let her up.
So 2-0 and 2-8-9 for Brandon Newman. We'll face Nick Costello, Connor Costello. 9-1.
All right, next up.
Feeling the top of the first. As there's something going on. So it's exactly the person around the other back.
Pitching change for the Potters.
This is the opportunity for somebody to-
Easton Turnage
All right, once again, congratulations.
done after 2 innings of work. The Blues scored 7 off of him, and now it's Brandon Gomez out there out of Sierra Junior College from Winters, California. One of the better ERAs on the team, other than Turnage, which his 1.0 ERA will now be inflated after today's outing. But Brandon in this 1-0, 4 appearances, 9 1/3 innings pitched, 2.89 ERA with 11 strikeouts and 2 walks. He will face the hottest lineup in the CCL in the Blues, who continue to scorch as temperatures remain in the 90s here in Lincoln. Historic McBean Stadium. Packed house here. A lot of fans here on Hispanic Heritage Night. So Gomez, the lefty, will deal. Fastball high, 1-0.
Good-looking Saturday crowd here.
The 1-0. That one's low and outside. Count now 2-0. Costello, who flew out to center field in his first at him and let me see here. Trinka and Costello, the only 2 Blues so far that have not reached in this one. Count 2-1. Gomez gets the sign and delivers. Another fastball high, count now 3-1.
Here we go, Potter fans, right here. Let's hear those countouts.
Gomez, a freshman, delivers the 3-1 to Costello. Swung on and fouled back. Count will be full.
And that foul brought to you by Lori Friend Associates. Be sure to give Lori a call for your real estate needs.
Payoff pitch from Gomez to Costello. Hit up to second. Made. Throw on to first in time. Stall to Will Hoyt on the 4-3 round out. And up will step Connor Costello. Still 7-0 Blues. Only 1 out now. Connor Costello, who singled in his last at-bat that came in the top of the second. Here's Costello. Another fastball high. It's been the pitch that's been called the most here between Jimenez and Gomez. The 1-0 to Costello. This one's fast straight back. Another high fastball count, even 1-1. This only the 5th game in conference play for the Lincoln Potters. 1-1. Another fastball high. Costello chose to take a hack. Count now 1-2 as he'll be behind.
I don't know about you. I'm thirsty right now. How far go house Bruce tonight?
Potters coming in have lost 3 straight. Lost 2 straight coming into yesterday. Blues beat them by 10. Now lead this one 7-0. The 1-2 from Gomez. First breaking ball of the at-bat. Dips low. Count even 2-2.
close enough for a beer, but we'll try again.
2-2 count. 1 out. Top of the third. Gomez. High fastball. Got under that one. Popped up into the outfield. Diving play. Diving and sliding. Out and left, the catch is made by Hall. Quentin Hall had to come on fast. Looked like that one might drop for a bloop single. All for naught. It's the second out of the inning now. And here comes Ryan Fenn back to the top of the order for the Blues. So after a ground out and a fly out, Fenn bats with 2 out. Gomez deals a fastball outside, 1-0. Fenn, who has walked, stolen a base, and grounded out to short in this one. Another fastball outside, but that nips the corner, count even now at 1-1. Depending on what Fenn does in this at-bat, it could be the first 1-2-3 inning as he swings and misses through that one. Don't want to get too ahead of myself, but it's something we haven't seen from the Blues much this season, if at all. I'd have to look back at the first game, but they did score in 7 of 9 innings in yesterday's contest. 1-2 on Gomez, deals from the left side. Fastball, got him swinging, and it'll be a strikeout. So it is indeed the first 1-2-3 inning for the Blues, but they'll send Austin Teixeira out there for another inning of work. He's been clean so far, and the team still leads 7-0.
Time for our next Lincoln News Messenger lucky number drawing of the evening. Check right now to see if your scorecard is the lucky one. I've seen if you remember located on the back of the scorecard.
Austin Teixeira will face Jack Grant for the first time in this one. Potters have only gotten 2 base runners, both on walks, both on full counts. But Teixeira will get back out there, has induced a fly out, a ground out, and 3 strikeouts. I'm going to take a short break, and I'll be right back with you for the bottom of the third here on the Blues Streaming Network. Here's Jack Grant to face Teixeira. This one's ripped into left on the first pitch he sees. And that'll drop for a base hit, the first of the day for the Potters. First pitch he sees. First knock for Lincoln. Runner on first now. Bottom of the third, 7-0 Blues. First hit Teixeira has surrendered.
Number 14, Matt Volker.
Back to the top of the lineup now, and Matt Volker, who flew out to right in his first at bat in the bottom of the first. Since then, he's seen his team surrender 7 runs to trail here. Takes a fastball inside, count 1-0. That one's low. Count now 2-0. Teixeira texts the runner at first, and Volker takes a hack. Count now 2-1. No outs, bottom of the third. The 2-1. Outside, tried to paint the corner. Fans applaud the call of a ball. The count's now 3-1. As one fan chants, home field. 3-1. Hit up deep to center. This one's got some carry on it. Sending Cermak back. It's off the wall. First extra base hit of the day for the Potters. Throw in will not allow the runner to score, but it's second and third now for Lincoln as Volker doubles off the wall in center field. And there's still no outs in the bottom of the third. Grant just 90 feet away at third base, and Volker with a stand-up double. And here's Jason Brando. Brando, who struck out looking, the first of Teixeira's strikeout victims in this one. Caught looking. Here's the first pitch. This one's hit opposite field into right. It will drop. It's a base hit. Run scores. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. And the Potters score. It's 7-1 now. And here's the DH, Evan Halfley, who grounded out to short in his first at-bat. But the Potters finally strike. Still no outs in the inning. Teixeira getting on the same page here with Esperanza. Going over some signs and discussing how they want to attack Evan Halfley from the right side of the plate. Teixeira will take a look at the runner at first. Take a deep breath and deal. Runner takes off for second. Breaking ball is in there for a strike, but taking second on the stolen base is Jason Brando, who just drove in their first run, now gets himself in scoring position. Runners at second and third now. Still no outs. Count 0-1 on Halfley. Gets him to swing and miss through that one. Count now 0-2, and a welcome sight from Teixeira getting the swing and miss on the fastball. Halfley's hacking. He'll take time here. Seven to 1 Blues. Potters strike here much earlier than they did yesterday. Through the first half of innings in yesterday's ball game, the Blues led at one point 12-0 until the bullpen came in and began surrendering some runs. Final would be 15-5. Our score 7-1 here. Teixeira takes a look at the runner at third and delivers the 0-2 to Halfley. Gets him to swing and miss, and it's a strikeout on 3 pitches for Teixeira and the first out of the bottom of the third.
Now batting 4 out.
Here comes Trace Wilhoit. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. But now a different situation. The bases were empty then. They've got 2 Potters on now, both in scoring position, second and third. It's Volker at third and Brando at second. Breaking ball, outside corner, no call, or excuse me, ball called, 1-0 the count. The 1-0 from Teixeira. Fastball, outside corner, painted, and it's 1-1. The 1-1. Got him to hack at that one and foul it off to the left side. Trace Wilhoit, he hasn't had a hit since June 1st, so it would be a welcome sight for the team and a load off of his shoulders if he's able to drive in a couple here. 1-2, 1 out, bottom of the third. Teixeira delivers. Fastball, got him to swing at that one. It's off the second base umpire, and it will score a run. It's a base hit single. So RBI single for Wilhoit. Run scores. Jack Grant now at third base. Runners at the corners, and there's 1 out in the bottom of the third. That was a line drive to right center and off of the second base umpire. It is ruled a base hit. Score now 7-2 Potters. Runners on. Still threatening here as Trey Furry steps in. Conference on the mound here. We'll see if the Blues will make a change. And again, what did Bob Miller want from his starters in this one? 3 clean innings. Teixeira was awesome through 2. Has surrendered 2 runs here in the bottom of the third. They'll leave him in there, though, as he has that cushion. His offense has granted him that. It stands at 5 now, 7-2 Blues. But with runners at the corners and Trey Furry up, who took a walk in his first at-bat, that story could change. But we'll see if Teixeira is able to get out of the jam. First pitch to Furry. Fastball is low, but dug out of the ground by Esperanza. Runners won't move. Count will be 1-0.
1-0 on Trey Furry. He walked his first time. So the Padres have got a single from Jack Anthony, double from Volker, a single from Danville, strikeout from Happer, and then a single by Coach Wilmer.
Teixeira, who went fastball low, now goes fastball middle in. This one's hit to short. Throw on to second for 1. On to first for the second. It's a double play. And what a 6-4-3 double play it was. Kosteka to Fenn to Clarkson for 2. And instead of 1 run possibly scoring, they turn 2, get Teixeira out of the jam. And that's it for 3 innings. 7-2, your updated score with the Blues in front. Their bats will be up in the top of the 4th, and I'll be back with you for that half of the inning. Thanks for listening to the Blues Streaming Network.
Calling down for the Padres, number 26, Ryan Bruno. Wait, now that number 23,
Top of the 4th, 7-2 Blues. New pitcher on the mound. We'll introduce you to him now for the Potters. Brad Jones, the new pitcher. Oh, no, it's not.
Top of the 4th, Padres trail at 7-2.
Anyways, up for the Blues. Austin Shell. Doing the DHing today. He's gotten a sacrifice fly and an RBI so far.
Catching last night, DHing today. 2 balls and 1 strike.
2-1 on Shell.
That works from the stretch all the time. The pitch
Swung on and missed. Count even now at 2-2.
strike looks like he's just a little behind that one. 2-2. Shell. That's in that circle. So Gomez comes into the third for the Padres. Chris hits up 1, 2, 3. And now it's running good.
2-2. Swung on and missed. Pitch was way outside. That's
And it is another strikeout.
2 for 5 yesterday. Today he was popped to short and scored right shot. Running out of the Illinois State. Right hand here, open stance, facing the left-handed Bruno. First pitch to Ryan.
now it's Ryan Cermak. Cermak, who's popped up to short and walked. This is his third at bat. The 1-0. Fastball on the corner. Count even now at 1-1. Blues had their first 1-2-3 inning in the last half, but last night, in every inning the Potters scored, the Blues would respond and score themselves. They'll say Cermak went around, and it's 1-2.
One ball and 2 strikes.
Gets the sign, and Cermak's ready. Eyes the 1-2. Fastball way outside, but fouled off. Well, let's say he missed it. That one just popped out of the glove of Jimenez. It goes down as a strikeout swinging. Second straight strikeout for the Blues. 2 outs, top of the fourth, still leading 7-2.
Left-hander against the left-hander Ryan Bruno rests himself 2 consecutive strikeouts here to lead off the top of the fourth. Stretch again, fastball down low. Backstop. 1-0.
TJ Clarkson steps in. He's been hit by a pitch and delivered an RBI double.
Left-hander against left-hander.
The 1-0. Way inside. They'll say it hit him. It's the second time Clarkson's been hit by a pitch. He'll take first base. That one didn't plug him right on the shoulder like the first one did. It grazed him, but indeed did hit him. He'll take first, and the Blues have a runner on with 2 outs now in the top of the fourth, and it's Mason Grotto, who has 3 of the 7 RBIs on the day, had that controversial ground rule double, a more conventional RBI single, and now has a chance to bat with another man on. That fastball is way outside. Count 1-0.
Still in the Signals, on the second game of the season for the Blues. They've already scored 22 runs.
1-0. Swung on and missed. He's working the outside corner to the righties. It's working right now as he's getting the swing and miss. Grotto in a 1-1 count. Checks the runner at first and delivers to the plate. Inside part of the plate now, and it's called for a strike. 1-2. Two outs. This one's hit up to short. Play made. Throw on to first. In time for the out. Grant throws on to Will Hoyt. 6-3 ground out. Blues go quietly in the top of the fourth.
All right, Potter fans, it is time for our
We'll head to the bottom of the fourth now as the Blues go strikeout, ground out, but still lead this one 7-2.
The fans, you will determine who the winner of a 30-minute lesson at Rockstar Music Academy will be. Daddy, who do we have?
We'll introduce you to the new pitcher on the mound after this short break on the Blues streaming network.
Congratulations, Colton. You just won a free 30-minute lesson at Rockstar Music Academy. I actually was just out there today. If you haven't had the chance yet, you have to take your kids out there. This is not your ordinary music school, folks. They are going to learn to rock in a full stage environment, cool lights and amps, the whole bit. It is an exciting place to learn music.
Welcome back to McBean Field here in Lincoln, California. 7-2 Blues. New pitcher on the mound for San Luis Obispo is number 10, Ryan Ward, freshman at the University of Texas, San Antonio. Team had a decent year going 22-26. Out of Schertz, Texas, went to Clemens High School.
Leading off for the Potters, number 12, Eddie Madrigal.
New player and new catcher in the lineup for the Potters is Eddie Madrigal, taking the place of Ken Jimenez. Ward delivers the first strike, 0-1. 0-2. Ward, probably the liveliest arm on this Blues pitching staff. In talking to Coach Miller before the season started and asking him, who's a pitching prospect that I have to keep my eyes on? He said, out of the bullpen, we're going to use Ryan Ward. And that arm's got some life to it. 0-2. Fastball low. The count now 1-2. Rumor has it he's touched 97. Coach Miller said we haven't been able to get him in the bullpen with the speed gun to see how fast that fastball tops out at. But his college coach saying he's seen him throw 97. And if he can touch it consistently, well, it could be trouble for opposing hitters. He's thrown 2 straight balls, count 2-2. No outs, bottom of the 4th. Ward comes set, delivers, gets him to swing and hit this one right to second. Play is made onto first, 4-3 ground out. Fenn onto Clarkson. Here comes Quentin Hall. Hall drew a walk in his last at-bat. Again, just saying on what Coach Miller told me about Ryan Ward, he said, if there's anything he needs to work on, it's control. Obviously, has the arm talent, has the velocity. It's just a matter of controlling that and keeping it in the strike zone as he delivers in the strike zone 0-1. He said, when you've got that much velocity at such a young age, the real talent is taming it and keeping those pitches controlled and lowering the walks. 0-1 from Ward. That one low, count 1-1. But Coach Miller said he could not be more excited to have him with the Blues this summer. And the Blues faithful, any fans that come out to ball games when Ward is pitching, as that one is way inside, looked like it may have missed Hall. It did not. Count 2-1. Always fun when the pitcher out of the bullpen is touching 97. Potter's hoping that his power can turn into power for their bats. Ward, the 2-1. That one swung on and fouled back by Hall. That's exactly what he's thinking. 2-2 now.
Brought to you by JJ Screen and Glass. They get it out of the park every time.
2-2. Inside, full count now 3-2.
Three balls and 2 strikes on Hall. He looks to be okay.
Hall awaits the payoff pitch from Ward. Payoff. Way inside, and Hall draws a walk, his second of the afternoon.
Now batting for your Potters, town of Phoenix, number 10, Drew Stahl.
Here's Drew Stahl, struck out swinging in his last at bat. 0 for 1 on the day. In there for a strike, count out 0 and 1. So with the runner on, it's 0 and 1. With one out here in the bottom of the fourth. And Ward facing Stahl. That one low and inside looked to be an off-speed pitch. Count out even at 1 and 1. How can you compliment a filthy fastball? Terrific breaking stuff. Ward trying to master that this summer as well. This one's hit softly out to right. We'll see if they have a play on it as it drifts foul. Count out 1 and 2.
And that foul ball brought to you by Maverick Electrical. Call Maverick Electrical Service downtown for all your electrical needs. Right the first time.
Ward, a 3-time letter winner at Clemens High School in Texas. All district second team accolades, along with helping his team to a district championship in 2017, as that one was way high and inside. It's a ball now 2 and 2. Not only a district championship in 2017, but a by-district championship. Ward, an integral part of those teams. 4 years later, finds himself pitching with the Blues in the CCL. 2-2. This one's fouled back. So Stahl staying alive in what's become a battle of an at-bat. 1 out, 1 runner on. 2-2 from Ward. Swung on and lifted out to left center. Trinka moves over into left center. Can't make the play. Had to battle the sun, but it dropped out of the heel of his glove. So an E7 allows Stahl to reach. Sun is still out here. The only shade right now is, as you can see, over the mound. But that outfield is still as bright as it was at first pitch. So an E7 allows Stahl to reach. And here's Jack Grant, the shortstop. Ward gets him to swing and miss. 0-1. Bottom 4, 7-2 slow. And Ward checks second, comes set and delivers the 0-1. This one's hit right up to short. Again, a diving play. Kosteka again saving the ball from going into the outfield. Full stretch and slide. Tosses on to Fenn at second to get that key second out. But the situation now, runners on first and third with 2 outs, and Matt Volker, who doubled in his last at-bat, a chance to do damage here in the bottom of the fourth. Ward against Volker, righty against lefty. That one low and inside, gets in the dirt, but dug out by Esperanza.
1 ball and no strikes on Matt Volker. He hit 362 with 1 for 2 today with that double. They just scored the run. First and third and 2 out. Here's the pitch.
This one's hit into left center. That'll drop for a base hit, and a run will score. Single for Matt Volker, his second hit and his first RBI, makes it 7-3. Runners on first and second now with 2 outs, bottom 4.
Now batting for your Potters, number 20, Jason Brando.
Here's Jason Brando. He had an RBI single in his last at-bat in the last half inning. So Ward surrenders a run, but still a chance to get out of trouble here as the lead stands at 4. First pitch, off speed, outside, ball 1. Well, here come the Potters. Again, another golden opportunity to cut into the lead. They've already done it with 1 here in the bottom half. We'll see if Ward can put him away. The 1-0, Ryan checks second base. No one over there to throw to. Instead, he deals high and inside, counts 2-0. Has gotten that key second out. But looking to retire the side here, but is behind 2-0. Brando not lifting the bat off his shoulder quite yet. Does so there. Uncorks on one, but misses. 2-1 the count. Two and one. Ward checks second again. Now deals to the plate. Off speed, inside. Again, about as close as he can, as close as you can come without hitting the batter. Brando able to duck out of the way. But Ward now finding himself in another 3-ball count. It's 3-1 to Brando. And the talented center fielder awaits the 3-1. Ward looks in, gets the sign, delivers. Broken bat, hit to short, play made, throw on to first. In time. Side retired, but that bat absolutely shattered. Could hear it up here in the press box. So Brando breaks his bat, grounds out to Costeca. Play made onto first, and TJ Clarkson corrals it for the third out. Side retired. Score 7-3. Blues still lead. Ryan Ward able to get out of the jam with minimal damage made. We'll head to the top of the fifth now. Blues bats back up, protecting this lead. I'm going to take a short break. Thanks for listening on the Blues Streaming Network.
Order at Mr. Pickles here in Lincoln. It's on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 3rd Street. It's 3 blocks away from the ballpark. Check out the back of the music and stuff for more details. All right, we have $10 micheladas tonight.
Top of the fifth now. New pitcher out there for the Potters is Martin here. Of course, the Blues bats have been phenomenal through a game and a half. But the Potters able to score 2 runs and 1 run in consecutive innings to make the score 7-3 now. But here's AJ Esperanza batting to lead off the fifth. And Bricado delivers the ball on the first pitch. Looking in, the right-hander deals to the lefty. Off speed in there for a strike. 1-1 to Esperanza, who's reached twice in this one. Swings and hits this one foul to the left side. Esperanza, 2 RBI double back in the first. Single in the sixth that saw him go deep. Esperanza now with 4 RBI. Mercado, the 2-1. That one's fouled back. He was able to make contact and stay alive in the at-bat. 1-2, no outs, top of the fifth.
Let's hear those cowbells are ringing.
Esperanza doing the catching today. Mercado, the 1-2, fouled off again. And Esperanza stays alive. Marlon Mercado out of Sparks, Nevada. William Jessup University. He's a junior there. 1-2 to Esperanza. Low and inside. Count even at 2-2. Two-two. Mercado on to Esperanza. Gets him to swing and miss on the off-speed inside. And Esperanza is sat down swinging to lead off the fifth inning for the Blues. First strikeout for Mercado. First time not reaching for Esperanza. Here's Thomas Trinka. Righty on righty. Mercado gets him to swing and miss on that one. 0-1 the count. Looks in, gets the sign from Madrigal, comes set and looks to deliver. The 0-1. That one outside and corralled in the dirt. Count even now. One and one in a 4-run ball game. Outside again, went to the same spot. Not able to get the swing out of Trinka, who has struck out swinging and flied out to right. And the cowbells are out here in Lincoln. The 2-1. Breaking ball got him swinging. Count even now. The cowbells come out when the crowd's looking to induce a strikeout. And the count's even with one out here in the top of the fifth. Trinka awaits the 2-2. Same spot, hits it to the opposite field, right center. It'll get down, and he'll have himself a double. Thomas Trinka reaches in his third at-bat, a stand-up extra base hit, and another blue on for Nick Costello.
Next up for the Blues, number 12, right fielder.
Mentioned in the last inning, the only two Blues to not reach so far, Trinka and Costello. Trinka amends that, and now Costello chance to drive him in. Another runner in scoring position for San Luis Obispo. Righty on lefty here. Fouled back.
And that fellow, Handy D's, called Handy D's for under, they would see. Always hammered and after frame.
Mercado gets himself a strikeout to start the fifth, then gives up the double to Trinka, and now has to face Costello. The left fielder and the right fielder protecting each other in the lineup. 0-1. That one high, count even now. Looks in and gets the sign. Costello awaits the 1-1. Runner on second, 1 out, 7-4 Blues. Brucato gets him to foul this one back. Count now 1-2. Blues scored in the inning. 4 in the first, 3 in the second. Then the Potters would respond by getting 2 in the third and 1 in the fourth. Here we are in the fifth with the Blues trying to tack on one more. The 1-2. Looks back at second. Now deals. Off speed, low and inside. Count even 2-2. Count even 2-2. Brucato looks in and gets the sign. Now comes set. Doesn't take a look at second and will deal. That one's fouled back. Foul went out of play beyond the Blues dugout.
And that foul ball brought to you by Milkman Toner, your one-stop convenient hotel time. Support company. Serves inside the middle of the Bay Area and all of California.
Costello in battle so far with Brucato. A lengthy at-bat taking place here in the top of the fifth inning. Trink is at second. 2-2. Brucato shakes off one sign from Madrigal behind the plate. Costello calls for time. Working slower than other pitchers we've seen out of the Potters bullpen so far. Cowbell out, 1 out, top of the fifth. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed, dropped. They'll have to throw to first to get him, and they do. So Costello strikes out. Runner remains at second for Connor Costeca.
And that brings up to bat our Go Downs Brewery go batter at the ball game. Shortstop Connor Costeca. Remember, if he strikes out, it's half off. Go Downs Brews for you the remainder of the inning.
Brucato has been able to get 2 strikeouts now. In between, sandwiched in between, is a double by Trinka. That one's low and away. Count 1-0. As the sun begins to set here in Lincoln, and you can see it, the entire infield is shaded. Entire outfield still bright. Brucato takes a look back at second. No one over to throw to. Now will deal and gets Costeca to swing and miss as the count evens. It's about as full as the crowd has been at this point. Blues by 4. Brucato looks in, deals. This one's hit to third. Cleanly made. Throw on to first. In time. Furry is able to toss to Wilhoit to complete the 5-3 ground out and retire the side. Blues get another extra base hit, but are not able to score. 7-3 still our score. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. After a short break on the Blues Radio Network.
the seventh inning is much more than just a stretch here at the ballpark. Darren Winesdale is also in at the bottom of the seventh. Fans have got to pick up the foul ball from the stadium and turn it into the merchandise booth for some $5. And now batting our designated hitter number 38.
We're back, bottom of the fifth now. Evan Heffley's up. Evan Halfley, excuse me. Score the same. Pitcher the same. The hard-throwing Ryan Ward still out there, delivers the first pitch inside 1-0. Halfley so far, a 6-3 ground out and a strikeout swinging. Swings and misses there, count even 1-1. This one's popped up, got under that one. Esperanza thinks he has a play behind the plate, but it'll drift foul. Counts 1-2. Nobody out, bottom of the fifth. Halfley calls for time momentarily, now steps back into the box, and Ward looks in. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Pitch inside, drops him down to one knee, and it's his second strikeout swinging.
Next up for your Buckers, headed Georgetown, Kentucky, number 33, Trace Wilhoit.
Here's Trace Wilhoit. Ward has been able to induce the swing and miss more on the off speed than the fastball. The fastball has been painted more or less. He's throwing it mostly. But the swing and miss on the breaking stuff has been there, as this one's golfed out to right field, carrying, and in to make the play is Costello. Second out, quickly on the first pitch he sees, Wilhoit flies out to right.
Now batting for your Buckers out of Folsom, number 9, Trey Furry.
And here's Trey Furry. He's taking a walk in this one. So Ward, after surrendering a run in his last inning of work, has put two potters down painlessly. Right-hander delivers low and in. Esperanza able to dig that one out of the dirt, and it's 1-0. Blues lead 7-3. Have not scored in 3 innings. Would not mean much usually, but with what this offense has been able to do so far, as that one is outside, count 2-0. You can look at it and point it out, but it can't be understated what they've done so far. Again, what's so impressive to me, a lot of these guys meeting each other for the first time just a couple days ago. That one low and inside as well, count now 3-0. As the team went back to their hotel last night, a lot of the guys rooming with each other, getting to know each other last night, coming out, playing really well again. Here's Ryan Ward, 3-0. That one over the plate for a strike. It's the coolest thing about summer ball is these guys meeting each other for the first time, and then the next day, possibly the same day, protecting them in the lineup, having bullpen sessions with them. 3-1. Way low and gets away from Esperanza. It's a walk nonetheless. Second walk by Ward. You can already tell, though, with everyone getting on the bus this afternoon, I should say, before we got to the ballpark today, a lot of these guys have already made great friends with each other, and it's been great to see. Winning helps, too, and they've done that so far. Leading by 4 here in Lincoln. First series, a 3-game weekend one on the road. This one's grounded to Fenn. He tosses on to Costeca for the third out. Side retired. Sandwiched in between a walk are 3 outs, a strikeout, a fly out, and a ground out for Ward. Potters go away quietly. Our score 7-3 through 5. Blues lead. I'll be right back with you for the top of the 6th. I'm just going to take a short break. Thanks for listening to the Blues Streaming Network.
There you go. Shake the tail, brothers. Come on. All right, let's see. Piper gets to decide who the best dancer in the house is. Piper, what do you think? Who's the dancer tonight? There you go. Congratulations. Congratulations again. The surprise courtesy
Through 5, Blues lead. Top of the 6th now. And back to the top of the order, Ryan Fenn.
for the Blues. Number 2, second baseman Ryan.
First pitch outside, ball 1. New pitcher for the Potters. We'll introduce you to him now. His name is Jake Sapien. Hard-throwing right-hander out of Atwater, California, attending Stanford University. Will be attending Stanford University. Just graduated high school. 1-0. Swung on and missed by Fenn. Outside 2-1. Ryan Fenn awaits the 2-1. Sapien gets him to swing and foul that one back. Count now even 2-2. He's working quicker than others we've seen out of the Potters bullpen. Quickly 2-2. Fenn looks at a breaking ball away, and the count will be full. Shade now consuming most of the out. This one's fouled back on payoff pitch. The gaps of sunlight, as you can see, in right center, a little bit out to deep center, and left center as well. Full count now, Ryan Fenn to lead off the 6th for the Blues. Still leading by 4. Sapien, payoff pitch. Low away. It's a walk for Ryan Fenn to lead off the inning. Second walk of the afternoon. In the first inning, he would go on to steal second base. We'll see what the approach is here. But in steps Austin Shell, doing the DHing today and has reached once, has an RBI on a flyout on the season through two. So Sapien walks the leadoff man and now has to get through the designated hitter. That's a fastball away and on the corner, strike 1. Here in historic McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California, a suburb of Sacramento, the team making a 6.5-hour bus ride up here the other day. Blues arrive an hour before first pitch. Do not take batting practice. Win 15-5. A lot of those guys meeting each other for the first time. Bob Miller also meeting his players and discussing what he wanted from them this season. We talked about it yesterday. He wants to see them improve. Shell in an 0-2 hole takes ball 1. Fenn still at first base. No outs, top of the 6th. Again, Bob Miller telling me I want to see our guys get better every day, work on what they struggle with. They come to us to play in this competitive environment in their offseason. Summer League ball, 1-2. Sapien deals away, count 2-2. He said winning would just be, well, that would just be great too. That would be added incentive. He says, if I see our guys getting better, we will be winning. So far, 1-0 on the season, trying to make it 2-0 here against the Lincoln Pirates. Sapien, the right-hander, looks into Shell, 2-2. Fenn takes off for second base. Shell swings and misses through that one. He was in the dirt. Fenn takes second base, his second stolen base of the season. And right now, if you see Fenn walk, if he is walked, in fact, he'll go on to steal second. So Shell goes down swinging, his second time doing that in his consecutive at-bats here in Game 2 of this 42-game season. And in steps talented center fielder Ryan Cermak, batting third today, takes a fastball in the outside corner, 0-1. Sapien checks back. Fenn on second. He's already in scoring position and has a sizable lead. Cermak waits the 0-1. Takes it over the heart of the plate. 0-2 now. The Blues have drawn 3 walks in this one, and all have led to that runner eventually being in scoring position. TJ Clarkson's also been hit by a pitch twice. As Cermak takes low and away, this one gets by Madrigal, and Fenn will gladly take third. A possible 8th run, now just 90 feet away, 1 out, top of the 6th. 1-2 count now to Cermak. Sapien looks in and deals. Way away. Fenn thought it. If that one didn't come off the backstop, possibly a chance to score. It would have been gutsy. Instead, it'll be 2-2 as the ball deflected off the backstop and back into the hands of Madrigal. Fenn would have been out. Cermak trying to bring him in anyway. 2-2. 1 out, top of the 6th. Sapien looks in and deals. This one's hit in between third and short into left field. RBI single for Ryan Cermak. 8-3 now, Blues lead. Fenn comes around to score. Cermak with the RBI. He is now on first. TJ Clarkson now, who's manning first defensively and has reached in all 3 of his plate appearances. We mentioned it a moment ago, hit by a pitch twice and an RBI double. That one's low and away. Count 1-0. The 1-0. Away again. Gets away from Madrigal. Cermak will take second. Pitching coach out there for the Potters. Already behind 2-0 on Clarkson. We've seen 2 pitches get away now. Actually, 3, excuse me. All leading to runners advancing. Fenn was able to steal second, advance on a wild pitch to third, score off the RBI single from Cermak, and now Cermak is able to advance into second after a third wild pitch. Another runner in scoring position for the Blues. Stop me if you've heard that before. Here's TJ Clarkson. Homered yesterday of the 2-run variety. One of 3 home runs hit in that ball game, 2 by the Blues.
He's ready to go, and so are we.
And after the short conference on the mound, Sapien gets instruction from the pitching coach and now looks in a 2-0 hole to TJ Clarkson. Strategy discussed, nerves settled, and the righty will deal to the left-handed bat. Fastball, middle in, strike 1. Two and 1. Low and away. 3-1 now. So Sapien just struggling with control here. Walk to lead off the inning. Getting the strikeout. RBI single. Now in a 3-1 count to TJ Clarkson. Inside and low. The second walk for Jake Sapien in the inning. TJ Clarkson will take first. Runners on first and second now, as that brings up Mason Grotto, responsible for 3 RBIs on the day. And is 2 of 3 on the day overall. 2 RBI ground rule double, RBI single, ground out to short, but now a chance with ducks on the pond to do more damage. Fastball away, 1-0. Grotto's had terrific at-bats, taking the first pitch to see what whoever's on the mound throws him, and then waiting on one that he can barrel up. He's done that so far this year. That one in, and not much to do with it. He groans, assuming it would be called a ball. Instead, the count's even now, 1-1. Runners stutter and threaten to score, or advance, threaten to steal. 1-2 now the count to Grotto. Away. 2-2. 2-2. 2 men on, 1 out. Top of the 6th. Sapien looks in, deals. Grotto takes ball 3 and another 3-ball count. This time it's full. On deck, AJ Esperanza has himself an RBI double and a single. In this one, payoff pitch. Swung on and hit into left field. We'll see if they score. Throw in, cut off. It's another run. 9-3 now on the RBI single from Mason Grotto. So Cermak brings in an RBI himself on the single, comes around to score off the RBI single from Grotto, and the Blues now getting those runs back. It's back to a 6-run lead, 9-3 our score now. Jake Sapien struggling out of the bullpen. Fastball in. No home runs hit so far today. The Blues have done it strictly with hard contact. And there's another one hit to left. Furry able to tag third to get 1 and throw on to first. Awaiting the ruling here, it was short hopped over to first. Now he stepped on third
ball was not caught in the air.
to get Grotto if he did, or excuse me, Clarkson if he did advance.
And tag third, and then threw across the diamond, and the first base umpire did not make a call on that play, which is obviously an issue because if it were to get overturned, that play was not called. Right.
More confusion from a call by these umpires here. Ryan Stevens just got ejected. Head coach Ryan Stevens of the Potters just got ejected, and he's had it with the officiating today. The ball was caught on a short hop to Furry. He tagged third to get the runner if Clarkson chose to advance. Threw over to first, and the first baseman didn't make a call whether he was out or safe.
He didn't fool anybody by trying to do something. It was actually a one.
I agree. I just think the umpire might have thought that he caught it because he didn't run right over the third and tag third. Now, totally overextended his boundaries.
AJ Esperanza still up. He's just waiting to see what the situation on the bases is during his at-bat. So they will give that second out to Sapien.
So wait a minute. So we have runners up first and second right now. Yeah, but this is still isn't this still number 5? This is still number 5. That's AJ Esperanza. So they're calling it no pitch. Okay, that is ridiculous.
Excuse me. We've sorted things out now. There's no second out. AJ Esperanza is still up. They're going to say no pitch. But in the midst of all the confusion, Ryan Stevens was indeed ejected. So Esperanza still up at the plate. Runners on first and second. 1-0 count. 1 out, top of the 6th. Looks at a fastball in the outside corner, 1-1.
So we obviously don't know what happened because calling it no pitch.
AJ's already done damage today. 2 RBI double and a single. 1-1. Hit up into center. Shortstop has it, but can't make the play. Off his glove. Esperanza will be safe at first. No run score as bases loaded. Jack Grant looked to have that one. Was able to field it before it headed into left center, but the transition from glove to hand went array. Esperanza finds himself safe on the E6, and the bases are loaded. Pitching change now. We'll introduce you to the new Potters pitcher after this short break. Thanks for listening to the Blues Streaming Network. New pitcher for the Potters. Situation remains the same for the Blues. Top of the sixth, just one out. Bases will be loaded for Angel Cespedes. His second year with the team. Second season, I should say. Pitcher. 6'6", 210, 20 years old. Out of Passaic, New Jersey. Attends Rowan College. He's a sophomore there. So Cespedes tasked with facing Thomas Trinka with the bases loaded. Thomas doubled in his last at-bat. So in this inning, the Blues have gone walk, strikeout, RBI single, another walk, another RBI single, and Esperanza able to reach on the E6 as he beat out the ground ball. Here's Thomas Trinka. Bumper-to-bumper traffic on the base paths. Just one out, top of the sixth, 9-3 Blues. This one's broken, a broken bat. Sounded like it was. Yeah, he'll have to get a new one. That one was batted foul. Bat didn't shatter, but certainly a chip in it. It'll be 0-1, and Trinka will go get a new bat.
So Trinka, I believe, broke his bat on that one. He goes back to the Blues. They should have plenty of bats. They only had one way. So he broke it. So Trinka should have his choice of bat. SLO,
Trinka with the new bat now will face Cespedes 0-1. Base is still loaded. Cespedes looks in and gets the sign from Madrigal. Breaking pitch in there, strike two. Trinka now behind 0-2. Ball gets away from Madrigal momentarily. Now him and Cespedes will go over what they want the strikeout pitch to be. So they'll talk on the mound momentarily about what the strategy will be to get Trinka out. Trinka with other thoughts on his mind of bringing everyone in. Two pitches from Cespedes, 2 strikes, and 2 bats for Trinka so far. 0-2. Low and away. Hesitating, and now coming home, a run will score. So TJ Clarkson with heads-up base running as the ball gets away. Cespedes went off speed. It got away from Madrigal, bounces to the backstop. And on the wild pitch, TJ Clarkson scores, and it's 10-3 now Blues. Now runners on second and third, 1 out, top of the sixth. Trinka's still up there. The 1-2 from Cespedes. That one's whacked to short, deep in the hole. Throw over to third in time for the out. Heads up play by Grant, who just made the error to load the bases. Thought about throwing over to first. He was deep in the hole there in short. It would have been a heck of a throw if he made it. Instead, the heads up play. Runner heading from second to third. Them out. Run scores nonetheless. It's RBI ground out on the first choice for Thomas Trinka. 11-3 Blues. There's Nick Costello. Just a runner on first now. 2 have been brought in off the bases loaded situation only 1 out now. Swings and misses through that first pitch. 0-1. Cespedes gets ahead on his second straight bat.
leading off at first.
0-1 to Costello. Takes low and away, count even. The 1-1. Low and inside. 2-1. Blues continue to hit as a unit and bring each other in when the opportunity presents itself. Taking advantage of air. 6 so far. Way inside on the fastball. Costello able to get his arms out of the way. 3-1 now. Cespedes stands, takes a deep breath, and awaits the sign. The 6'6" right-hander takes a look over at first, and now comes back to deal the 3-1. Low and away. Another walk for the Blues. Costello this time will reach. And now every Blue in the lineup today, 1 through 9, has reached. And now on the ride back to the hotel room, no one can tell Costello he wasn't the only one that reached. Everyone now has contributed in some way. The game been so far for the Blues, mirroring yesterday's excellent performance, leading this one 11-3, runners on first and second. And here's Connor Kostek. Third walk of the inning, as this one goes all the way to the backstop. The trend in this inning, walks, you could say patient at-bats, and wild pitches. 1-0 to Kosteka, manning shortstop today. Has singled, flown out, and grounded out. The 1-0 from Cespedes. This one's popped up, got under that one, foul and out of play. 1-1 now.
Farmers Insurance Insurance always available to help with your insurance needs.
So in this one, the Blues have scored in bunches in 3 of the 6 innings so far. Still not done with this one. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Cespedes dealing. Breaking ball high. Kosteka takes. The Blues have gone 4 runs, 3 runs, and sandwiched in between this 4-run inning so far were 3 scoreless, in which the Potters were only able to capitalize on 3 runs scoring. The deficit at 8. Kosteka takes a fastball in the outside corner, count 2-2, and Cespedes has worked his way back. So here we go. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 men on. Cespedes looks back at second, now comes to the plate. Breaking ball, high and inside, ends up hitting him. Kosteka takes first base after being hit by the breaking ball. And if you're going to be hit by a pitch, it would be that one. You'd prefer that one. That's now the 3rd hit by a pitch by this Lincoln Butters pitching staff. TJ Clarkson has been hit twice. Every Blue has hit in this inning. We are back. My mistake. Let's see here. We have a pinch hitter now. So we are back. Instead of Ryan Fenn batting, it is Sage Para out of San Francisco State. So Sage is first at bat in this one. Fouls one off, 0-1. Sage Para can play the outfield. He can pitch. Ball outside corner, 0-2. Ahead on Para. Para awaits the 0-2. 3rd pitch of this at-bat between Cespedes and Para. Breaking ball high. Bases are loaded. Another trend of this series for the Blues.
Let's hear it from our fans.
Here come the cowbells. 2 strike count. Para awaits. 4th pitch of this at-bat. Cespedes, breaking ball in there. Strike 3, got him. Blues leave him loaded, but not before they tack on 4 more. It's 11-3 San Luis Obispo. Bottom of the 6th now. Potters will have their chance to respond.
Each contestant will be spinning 7 times around the bat attempting to race.
Blues bat around, send 10 men to the plate.
We have a couple of contestants I see out there. We also have Piper,
and lead by 8.
Piper's going to be our.
You're going to take a short break. Be back with you for the bottom of the 6th here on the Blues Streaming Network.
Chris, the winner tonight gets a cool new orange Potter's hat. And tonight's Dizzy Battery is brought to you by Goathouse Brewery. Of course, you can be a winner just by picking up an ice cold brewery from Goathouse over there at the Oliver's back porch. Beer cart right there behind the first base dugout. Hey, moms and dads, be sure to sign your kids up for a Potter's Youth Instructional Clinic held by the Potter's coaching staff and players this summer. The first clinic will be held next Saturday, June 19th. So enroll your kids now in the camp this summer. Call the Potter's office 209-34.
Welcome back. Bottom of the sixth now. New arm out there for the Blues. Ryan Ward done after 2 innings of work. New pitcher, Kevin Lyons out of San Diego. Westview High School in Southern California. And the right-hander will face Quentin Hall. Quentin, who's reached twice, 2 walks so far. 4 walks in total given up by this Blues pitching staff so far. None necessarily leading to damage, as the Potters only have 3 runs. And Hall taking a hack at that first pitch. 0-1. Lions the 0-1. That one low and count even. One. That one's away. 2-1. Hall takes a hack. That one's foul. 2-2. No outs. Bottom of the 6th. 11-3 our score. Blues lead. That one's in the dirt, bouncing and being corralled behind the plate. Full count now. Waits the payoff pitch. Takes a hack at that one. Hits it away. Clarkson on to Lyons, covering first and getting the out. Just in time to get him there. And it's the first out as Clarkson grounded it in fair territory. And Lyons came over to cover him at first.
Number 3, Jacob Shaver.
First pinch hitter now, or second, excuse me. Hall grounds out to first. 3-1 ground out. Pinch hitting for Drew Stahl is number 3, Jacob Shaver. Shaver, a Wildcat out of the University of Arizona. Started yesterday's ball game. Kevin Lyons able to induce a ground out against his first man he faces. And now we'll have to get by Shaver, who's pinch hitting here. Righty on righty. Blues again with a comfortable lead. First pitch in there for a strike. Gets him to hit this one deep out to right. Going back is Costello running out. Excuse me. So a long fly out by Shaver, but it goes down as the second out. And Lyons is still clean.
Number 5, Jack.
Shaver flies out to right. Here's Jack Grant, the shortstop. Grant has reached on a single and committed an error in the infield today. That led to bases loaded for the Blues. They'd go on to bring in 2 after the E6. Lyons gets ahead of him 0-1. Here's the second pitch. Breaking ball low for ball 1. Count even now. Same deal as last night. 8-run lead for the Blues. Almost every seat still full here in Lincoln. It's a great atmosphere here. The team itself does a great job of marketing it to the local fans. They have great deals. This one's popped up. Shaver gets under it. Cermak coming in from center, pulling everyone off, and making the play team. As I was saying, even when we rolled in, everyone very welcoming here in Lincoln. Obviously cheering for their team, but the environment here, really special and communal. We've got a great home front and a great home field. Nice new turf field. Sun's officially set, and we're officially through 6. 2.5 hours into this one. Couldn't be happier to have you with us here on the Blue Streaming Network. I'm going to take a short break. I'll be back with you guys for the top of the 7th. On to the 7th. New arm for the Potters is Logan Bell, hard-throwing right-hander. Shell, first pitch he sees, skies this one out to left, and it's gone. First pitch he sees, Austin Shell from Logan Bell, and he goes deep to left. Glad I came back in time. Quentin Hall didn't even move out in left field. Shell absolutely killed that ball. First home run of the day for the Blues. 12th run overall. There's the score now 12-3 as Shell touches them all. And here's Ryan Cermak, certainly capable of doing the same here. So after giving up the home run on the first pitch fastball, goes breaking ball, first pitch to Cermak. Two breaking balls missed. Count now 2-0. Shell's first home run on the season. Second RBI of the day. Here's Ryan Cermak. This one's deep to left center and gone. Sent into orbit by Ryan Cermak. The Blues go back-to-back. Woof. 13-3. And that very familiar 10-run lead is back for San Luis Obispo. So a very warm hello and welcome to Logan Bell out of the bullpen. 4 pitches, 2 home runs.
37.
Pinch hitter now for TJ Clarkson is AJ Kostick. Kostick, who had a double yesterday, takes ball 1 from Bell. Kostick's first at-bat comes off of back-to-back solo home runs. Now has to follow that up. AJ more than capable. Takes a breaking ball in there. Count now 2-1. AJ roomed with Craig Miles and Thomas Trinka at the hotel last night. Guys getting to know each other. 2-2 now. No outs. Top of the 7th. 13-3 Blues. Kostick fouls one off. AJ capable of pitching and hitting, of course, as you see him pinch hitting now, but will be used out of the bullpen by Coach Bob Miller. Talked to AJ the day before we came in, and we just talked to him about how he picked up on pitching, how he learned to throw, what he's good at. And he said, he learned it later in his high school career. So he swings and misses there. Was used as a closer in high school. And as someone who picked up pitching a little later in life than most would, he was asked to only come in when the game was close. And AJ was complaining the games were never close. Of course, the team was that good. But AJ now with the chance to hit and pitch and do everything Coach Bob Miller needs him to do, and he's happy to do it. Grotto pops out to first.
27. Pinch hitting for the Blues, number 27, Johnny Bloom.
Here's Gianni Bloom, his first at-bat of the season. One 0. Bloom looks at a breaking ball. Count now 1-1. One and one. Bloom looks at a breaking ball away. Count now 2-1.
Two outs here in the
Bloom swings and misses at a fastball away. Pinch hitting for AJ Esperanza. Bloom looks at a breaking ball away. Count now full. So to start the inning, Austin Shell, first pitch he sees goes yard. Ryan Cermak, 3 pitches later, happily does the same. Blues go back to back. Kostick strikes out swinging. And Bloom takes a walk. 2 outs. Top of the 7th.
Pitching number 11, Craig Miles.
Here's Craig Miles now. Craig Miles out of George Mason from Virginia. Last night, as some of the guys were getting back to the hotel room and figuring out where they were going to get dinner, Craig, AJ, and Thomas, who were all rooming together, decided upon In-N-Out. And in the process, Craig had In-N-Out for the first time. Described it as all right. And I admit it is a bit overhyped here in Southern California, but it's still In-N-Out. You got to try it. Craig batting from the left side. He is a switch hitter. I asked Craig, how do you become a switch hitter? And he said, well, naturally being a right-handed player. He also mentioned he's not a BP hitter. I asked him, how is it to not have any BP before you come out and play and then pinch it and have 2 at-bats? He said, I'm not a BP hitter. It didn't affect me. I don't even like taking BP. But he bats from the left side. He picked it up as he takes ball 3 and is a 3-0 count because he thought it looked better. And he thought he loved his lefty swing and said, I just thought it was pretty. And it turned into a more effective swing for me. And here we are. 3-0. Takes one down the middle, 3-1 now. Craig also mentioned he's not a fan of pinch hitting. He likes to be in the game, catch a rhythm, get his first at bat off the starter. But again, happily coming in now. 3-1. Sends that one over to first. Stepping on the bag for the third out was Will Hoyt, but not before the Blues do more damage. Shell goes deep. Cermak follows and goes yard. So after Miles grounds out, score 13-3. It's time to stretch here in Lincoln.
Yes, man. It's 7-17 also means last call for alcohol. Beer and wine sales stopped at the end of this inning. So make sure you head down and grab yourself a cola and I'll get run out of time.
Seconds, 30 seconds. Yeah.
Laying out the bottom of the seventh floor, four players.
Kevin Lyons still in there for the Blues. Matt Volker's still in there to lead things off. 1-0 now. That one's on the outside corner, counting at 1-1. This one's lined into right center and just beyond the reach of Ryan Fenn. Base hit for Volker. His third of the day, in fact. He's doubled and singled to drive in a run. Now 3 for 4 on the day. Jason Brando. Jason Brando has driven in one of the 3 RBIs for the Potters today. And Lions, after setting them down 1-2-3 in the 6th, surrender base hit on the first at bat. A chance to bounce back here with his team up 10 as Brando fouls that one off.
Yeah, sound ball brought to you by Freeze Moving Company. Be sure Freeze Moving Company and call next time here.
Brando awaits the 0-1 from Lions. This one's hit into the gap in right center, and that'll drop. Second straight hit. Runner coming around third. They'll send him around, and going for third is Brando. He is out at the plate. They sent Volker all the way around, unable to score. What a throw it was. Able to get him out just slightly at the plate. Johnny Bloom filling in to catch. Heads up play to grab that one. Make sure to tag him before he scored. However, in third with a triple is Jason Brando in the midst of all that chaos. He does triple. So the Potters go single triple, but in the process of trying to score another run, get themselves an out. And Lions delivers ball 1 to Evan Hafley, the DH today. Hafley takes a strike, counting on 1-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. The 1-2. Got him to swing and miss through another one. Third strikeout swinging on the day for Halfley. Second out of the inning. Blues still lead by 10, and here's Trace Wilhoit again. He has struck out, driven in a run, and flown out. Score 13-3. If you think you're watching the game from yesterday, you're not. It's just been a similar outcome so far. Blues dominant through 7. Have scored now 28 runs on the season in just these 2 games. Potters struggling. Have scored 8 in this 3-game weekend series. Lions 1-0. Taking outside ball 2. Game 3 tomorrow will be a day game, 1 p.m. first pitch, right here on the Blue Streaming Network. Here's Lions to deliver the 2-0. That one's hit foul into the right field side beyond the Potters dugout. No play can be made. It's in the parking lot, and it struck a car. Car alarm slightly went off there.
He's ahead to count 2-1. He's got a 10-10 position down at third base with 2 outs in the 7th.
2-1. Fouled off the backstop. Two outs. Bottom of the 7th. Runner on third. Possible 4th one for the Potters, just 90 feet away, but Lions trying to put away Wilhoit on the 2-2 pitch. And he does just that, breaking ball in the dirt. He'll tag him. That's the side. He is retired, and the score remains the same. Blues lead 13-3. And through 7, they maintain the 10-run lead. Their bats will be right back at it in the top of the 8th. We'll see how they follow up an inning in which they tacked on 2 more on 2 solo homers. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to take a short break on the Blue Streaming Network.
Mr. Will Scott. 18. Will Scott, yeah.
You guys were just making fun of me yesterday. I thought you guys were making fun of me. I'm not supposed to.
Leading on top of the 8th, number 18, Will Scott.
Top of the 8th, pinch hitter for the Blues is Will's guy. Got the start yesterday in left field. Pinch hitting today. Takes a hack at the first pitch he sees, swings and misses. Same pitcher out there for the Potters is Logan Bell. Surrendered the 2 solo homers in the first 4 pitches of his outing out of the bullpen. That was his greeting to this one, but now goes with back-to-back curveballs to Guy, and he fouls that one off. Now 0-2.
All right, Butter fans, let's hear those cowbells ring.
Guy pinch hitting for Nick Costello. The 0-2. Went to a third straight breaking ball. That one ends up in the dirt.
Now looking from the stretch, you top the 8. 1-2 pitch.
Fourth straight breaking ball. Guy fouls another one off.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
1-2, no outs. Top of the 8th here in Lincoln. The Blues will head back to the hotel for one more night of rest here in Lincoln. Play the day game tomorrow, again 1 p.m. as that ball's outside 2-2. 1 p.m. first pitch, nice little day game. Then pack up and get out of Dodge. We'll head back into SLO for the home opener. Hope to see you all there on the 15th. One and two to Guy. First fastball of the at-bat gets him looking. He was not expecting that one after about 6 straight breaking balls. Guy strikes out looking. And Logan Bell gets his second K of his outing. Connor Kostecka still in there and still manning shortstop. Has reached twice on a single and a walk. Bell, another curveball there. It's been his featured pitch in this 8th inning. The 1-0. Fastball outside and low. This one's hit up into right center. Play is made, but throw is wide. That one's gunned down to second, and Kostecka is thrown out. After grounding or hitting a ground ball to stall over at second, the throw on to Wilhoit was wide. Kostecka was safe, then went for 2 and was thrown out at second. Second out of the inning. Score remains the same, and now another pinch hitter in that leadoff spot. It's now Ruben Mercado who got the start at shortstop yesterday. Played a terrific game defensively and offensively. 2 hits. So with 2 outs, Logan Bell deals another curveball, and that one's low ball 1. Fastball outside, nips the corner, count 1-1. That one's outside, count 2-1. Curveball hung up into the zone and was fouled off by Mercado. Did his damage off of fastballs in yesterday's outing. So barring, well, I think I can say it, a miracle, the Blues will go for the sweep tomorrow. Again, earlier start, 1 p.m. first pitch. They'll look for the sweep tomorrow, head back into town tomorrow night, get in around 10 p.m., get a day off. That's Mondays this season for the team. And be right back at it for a 2-game series at home. The home opener at historic Sinsheimer Park. Can't wait to see you there. This one's hit softly into right.
Saga of the 6th with 4 walks, hits, Aaron, umpire, Ryan Stevens, no Ryan Stevens, all kinds of Jones McCoy on the mission.
All right, let's hear it, my fans.
Mercado in a full count. 2 outs. Top of the 8th. Bell delivers. Curveball. Whack to second. Stahl has it on to first to retire the side. So after Bell gives up 2 bombs, he goes strikeout, ground out, and another ground out. Bell comes back with a 1-2-3 inning. We'll be back with you for the bottom of the 8th and the Potters bats right after this. Thanks for listening to the Blues Streaming Network.
All right, good singing. Now batting for your Potters, our third baseman, Josh Wilson, Trey Murray.
New pitcher out there for the Blues is Zach McCleve, number 30. Right-hander looks inside and deals to lead off this bottom of the 8th. The 1-0. Pitch in there for a strike. Facing Trey Furry. That one's fouled off, counting out 1-2. McCleve deals 1-2. That one's chopped up to short. Play is made. Throw on to first. In time, and he got him. Kosteka on to Clarkson yet again. 6-3 ground out. McCleve gets that first out. In steps Madrigal to face McCleve. Righty on lefty. First ball's low and down. Ball 1. One and one. McCleve on to Madrigal. Swung on and missed as there's one out here in the bottom of the 8th. So above and beyond, the Blues will have the best offense in the CCL after these 2 games. Well, of course, a short sample size, but it's been dominant so far as Madrigal strikes out swinging. Second out for McCleve in this half of the inning.
Now batting for your Potters at the base of Kansas, number 34, Quentin Hall.
Here's Quentin Hall now, left fielder. Been in the whole game, walked twice and grounded out, but I think what's so interesting about this pitching staff and what's been so effective, or what's been so interesting, is the fact that on top of all these guys meeting each other for the first time days ago, this pitching staff has had to work with, I believe, the 4 or 5 catchers on this roster to just work out signs, what pitches they want, and just being in sync in this season that started so late. And to be in sync this early, I haven't noticed any communication errors or anything like that. They've been terrific. McCleve ahead 0-2 on Hall, looking to put him away here and put away the inning. He'll do just that. Strike 3, got him looking, froze him, and that's 8. So through 8, 13-3 still our score, and the Blues will have one more half inning to try and add to more of what's been a second straight dominant performance, as they are on their way to a 2-0 start to this 2021 season, and the Potters are on their way to a 4th straight loss. Blues dominant here in historic McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California. I'm going to take a short break. I'll be right back with you for the top of the 9th. Thanks for listening to the Blues Streaming Network.
Kids run the bases. That's right. All kids line up at the gate nearest the Potters dugout. Just a reminder, fans, your Potters are going to be hitting the road on Tuesday. They're going to take on the Slaughter Mudcats, but they'll be back in town for Wednesday as they take on the Healdsburg Green Packers in another Wednesday game. Of course, that is a wine Wednesday featuring $3 sangrias. The Potters take on the Green Packers in another small game. Potter fans, do you know the fitness system in Lincoln is the official gym of our Lincoln Potters players and coaches? The fitness system located at 2800 Nicholas Road. We thank you for being a proud partner of the Lincoln Potters.
Back for the 9th. Sounds of Jay-Z and Rihanna bring us into this top of the 9th here in Lincoln. Leading it off will be Austin Shell for the Blues. This will be his 6th at-bat. He's gone pop-out, walk, strikeout, RBI single, and a home run. Gives him 3 RBIs on the season so far. Terrific batting average, outstanding on-base percentage for the man who DH'd today for the Blues. Thanks for hanging out this late into this one. Just over 3 hours on the live stream, on the game time. Hope you've enjoyed this one as much as I have. Zach Ebrahim here for you for every Blues game this season. Fastball outside, ball 1. It's been fun so far. When the team's winning, it really makes it easy on all of us. And we love to see these guys coming out and absolutely showing out here early on as Shell fouls one off. Hopefully not towards another car. Count 1-1.
And that foul ball brought to you by Sam Burns.
I love how they have sponsors for the foul balls. That's fun here. Still so many fans late into this one. Shell in a 1-1 count. Looping, breaking ball, taken for a ball. 2-1 now. Another looping breaking ball. That one's outside, ball 3. Shell's had patient at-bats other than the home run he hit. That on the first pitch he saw in the at-bat. The rest were patient, working it to at least 2 balls in his counts. The 2 strikeouts were still lengthy at-bats for Austin. Takes ball 4 there, and we'll take a walk. Leadoff man on to start the inning for the Blues. Another trend that's continued through these 2 games, getting that leadoff man on, passing the baton off. And as Shell homered in the last inning and Cermak followed, Shell takes a walk, and we'll see how Cermak follows that. First pitch, high, ball 1. 13-3 our score. Blues by 10. Blues dominant through 2 games so far in Lincoln. I think they like it here, but are going to be eager to go home and continue the dominance at home. Still one more game here tomorrow. It's 1 p.m. right here on the Blue Streaming Network. Hope to have you with us there. Join us then. Cermak in a 2-0 count. Walks to lead off the inning. That one's hit into the field. That one's going to be down for a base hit. So both men follow each other and get on base. Shell via the walk, Cermak via the single. Blues have 2 men on for AJ Kostick.
Number 37, AJ Kostick.
AJ stands 6'3" in the batter's box. Bats now with 2 men on. Takes a big hack at that first one. Fastball, got him. 0-1 now.
0-1.
Takes a fastball inside. Perfect pitch. Got him in a hole. 0-2 now. AJ's thinking, man, if I was pitching, that's what I'd like to throw. Instead, he bats now in an 0-2 hole. 2 men on. Start the top of the 9th. Blues have not taken an inning off this entire, well, I guess you could say, season so far. 2 games. Breaking ball. Takes a swing at that one. Saw it out of his hand. Guessed right. Just wasn't able to time it up.
Speedy's carpet maintenance. They take the time to check for your carpet, tile, or upholstery. Yes, Speedy's carpet maintenance.
0-2 to AJ. Kostick takes ball 1 in the dirt. I mentioned AJ's rooming with Craig Miles and Thomas Trinka in the hotel we're staying at. Last night they were figuring out what they wanted to do as everyone was on their own up until 3:30, which is when they had to report to the buses to get to the field on time. AJ really wanted to go to the water park that's next to the hotel we're staying at. Craig wanted to go to the bumper cars. I'll have to ask him what they ended up doing. 2-2 now. Wouldn't have been shocked if they went to the water park. It was 90 as soon as we left, and same temperature at first pitch. AJ sends this one up to shortstop. On to second and on to first. Not in time. It goes 6-4-3, but not a double play. Grant to Stahl got the out at second. Kostick is safe at first. Runners on the corners with just 1 out. Here's Mason Grotto again. This will be Grotto's. Is that right? Yeah, 6th at bat as well. Throw over to first to check on Kostick. AJ doubled last night in his pinch hit appearance. Grotto has done that once today himself, along with 2 RBI singles. He's responsible for 4 of the Blues' 13 runs scored today. Fastball away, but they call a strike. Count 1-1. Throw over to first to check on Caustic again. The throws don't have much velocity on them, just keeping him honest. Fastball high, 2-1 now. Two and 1 with 1 out. Breaking ball. That's one hit into the infield. Wilhoit has it at third, throws over to second to get that one, and he will, but not before a run scores. So Grotto drives in another one on the fielder's choice, finds himself safe at first, and gets himself another RBI. That's 5 on the day for Mason Grotto, and what an evening it's been. Just incredible for the third baseman. Here's Gianni Bloom filling in for the catcher today, AJ Esperanza, who is terrific in his own right. RBI double, single, reaching on an error and a walk. So reached on 4 of his 5 plate appearances. Gianni struck out in his pinch hit appearance. Actually, excuse me, he took a walk. He reached on a walk. 0-2 to Bloom. Runner on first. 14-3 Blues. Outside ball 1. Josh Cohen's on the mound for the Potters. Out of Oakland, New Jersey, freshman at Bergen College, facing Gianni Bloom. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Bloom awaits. Breaking ball, inside corner. Thought he got him. Instead, it's even, 2-2. Looping breaking ball is foul up the third baseline. Furry was charging on to get that one if it was indeed fair. Instead, it bounces foul, and Bloom stays alive in a 2-2 count with 1 man on and his team up by 11. 2 outs here in the top of the ninth.
Two balls and 2 strikes on Blue.
Two and 2, popped up. No play for the infield. Bloom stays alive, and we'll do it all over again.
That ball brought to you by Maverick Electrical Services. Maverick Electrical, you got a call. Get the job done right the first time.
Cohen looking to put away Bloom. It's been a lengthy at-bat, and Gianni has stayed alive. Cohen, breaking ball, looped, and Bloom drives that one into left. It's fair, and it'll hit towards the wall. He'll be into second. Grotto's held up at third, but Bloom has himself a double. So Gianni gets in the hit column, as everyone has tonight. And up will step Craig Miles. Craig, who popped up to first in his last at-bat. He'll bat from his more comfortable side again, the left-hand side.
Yeah, this is just a normal talk to. This is like any other time.
Conversation here with Josh Cohen just to work on the strategy to face Miles.
That's what you focus on at this one time. Focus on one hitter at a time. It's totally the same conversation.
After a meeting of the minds, Craig Miles will finally step into the batter's box. Josh Cohen versus Craig Miles here. Craig, who mentioned if I'm going to get a pitch to crush, it's got to be a fastball in and a bit low. So I'd take that over a pitch right down the middle. It's one I can pull more effectively from the left side of the plate. Take strike one. 2 outs here, top of the ninth. Men on second and third. Got that fastball in, but wasn't low enough. Took a hack regardless. 0-2 now.
Come on, Butterfans, let's hear it.
The 0-2 from Cohen to Miles. Breaking ball in. Easy take for Craig. Can the Blues match yesterday's output with 15 runs? We'll see. The 1-2. Craig takes fastball in and away. 2-2. They've got 14. That's 29 runs in 2 games. And what will they have in store for us tomorrow? Can't wait to see. 1 p.m. first pitch right here. 2-2. Fastball low and in. Dribbler to first. Will Hoyt has it. Tosses on to Cohen. That does it. It'll be 14 runs for the Blues on the day. What an output it was by this offense. Cannot say enough about their approach in the batter's box. 2 home runs hit today of the solo variety. Several other doubles. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 doubles, 2 of the RBI variety. Number of walks, I'll tally that up for you guys in a second. A couple stolen bases, but they caused chaos out here on the base paths and indeed earned this 11-run lead that they hold on to right now. We'll introduce you to the new Blues pitcher right after this break. I'll be back with you for the bottom of the ninth here on the Blues Streaming Network.
Leading off for your Monsters in this ninth, number 3, Jacob Schaefer.
Jake Schaefer to lead off the bottom of the ninth. Still Zach McCleve out there for the Blues. Dropped down and nailed Schaefer on the first pitch of the bottom of the ninth. That is the 3rd man overall to be hit by a pitch today. It's the 4th time it's happened. It's the 3rd player to get hit. TJ got hit twice. Now Schaefer gets plunked to lead off the bottom of the ninth. McCleve looks in, drops down, and delivers a strike over the plate. To Jack Grant. 0-1. McCleve with a runner on. Throws over to first aggressively. Safe over there, though. 14-3 Blues. Lead by 11. Drops down and delivers a second straight strike. McCleve with that half sidearm delivery drops down lower. We'll see how low he drops down with 2 strikes here. The right-hander looks in. Hesitation in the delivery. Breaking ball finds its way moving over the plate for strike 3 called. And he gets Grant looking. Strikeout for Zach McCleve.
Number 14, Volker.
Here's Matt Volker again. He's reached in 3 of his 4 plate appearances. Cleve gets him to hack away at that first pitch. Strike. Collins on the outside corner, 0-2. Drops down and delivers the 0-2 on the outside part of the plate. It's ball 1. McCleve effective in his last half inning of work. Trying to make quick work of the Lincoln Potters here in the second game of this weekend series and trying to complete this 2-game domination for the Blues as this one's skied out to right, caught for the out. 2 out now in the bottom of the ninth as Costello got under it and recorded the catch.
Batting for your Potters out of Castle Fuller, number 20, Jason Brando.
Here's Jason Brando now. Last chance for the Potters with 2 out, bottom of the ninth, 1 runner on. Brando's had a solid day, RBI single and a triple. Time called. McCleve to face possibly the last hitter of the evening in the form of Jason Brando. Drops down and delivers low and away, ball 1. The 1-0. That one's away, ball 2. McCleve, the 2-0. Outside again, ball 3, approaching 3.5 hours of game time here. Wire-to-wire lead for the Blues. Scored 4 in the first inning, did not look back. Would go on to score 3, be scoreless for 3 more, and then plate 7 more. Ball 4, and a walk for Brando. His 3rd time reaching today. And that will give Evan Halfley another at-bat. This will be his 5th at-bat of the afternoon. Evening, I should say, as we approach 9:30 Pacific. McCleve to face Halfley, and now Halfley's last chance for the Potters. McCleve drops down and has that unique delivery that can certainly throw hitters off if they've never even seen it before. In Halfley's case, I assume that is the case. McCleve with some mechanics that he can use to overpower whoever's at the plate. Halfley stands in, 1-0 count. Swung on and fouled up the left side. One and one to Halfley, 2 outs, 2 men on. Blues by 11. McCleve breaking ball. That's whacked up to second base. Play on to first. Puts him away. 4-3 ground out ends the night. So 2 games for the Blues. 2 outstanding victories. Winning game 1 of the series by 10. Outdoing themselves tonight in game 2. Winning by 11. Highlights for the Blues in their lineup. Austin Shell, 2 RBIs. Mason and a home run. Mason Grotto, 5 RBIs. Ryan Cermak, 2 RBIs. And the beat goes on for this Blues offense. What a performance it was. We will be back with you for tomorrow's game, 1 p.m. first pitch. Nice day game. The boys will come back around 10 p.m. tomorrow night to San Luis Obispo, get a well-deserved day off, and get back for the home opener on the 15th. They go for the sweep tomorrow. Blues trying to sweep the Lincoln Potters. They improved to 2-0. Potters now have lost 4 straight. Go to 9-6. The story looks to be the same for the Blues tomorrow. Possibly a lefty on the mound in the form of Mike Gutierrez. That is our probable starter. And I've been Zach Ebrahim. Thanks so much for sticking around and hanging out with me through this one. 3.5 hours of game time and a solid 11-run victory for your San Luis Obispo Blues. Go ahead and enjoy yourselves. We'll do the same. I'll be right back with you for first pitch tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific. Good night, everybody.
If you're a rejoiner,